When I was born, the doctor grabbed me by the ankles and smacked me red behind.
Makes me feel like I'm about to enter the ring for the world championship title.
For the tag team title, the tag team championship of the world.
This would totally be my entrance music. It has that vibe to it, you know, like that late 90s WWF entrance music. Stone Cold.
New metal.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd walk into some fucking Primus.
Oh yeah.
And just be like dressed in like some kind of like fucked up shiny outfit.
You have to do like Jerry was a race car driver. That's a good fucking
go in there wearing
beat.
fucking overalls covered in grease.
Yeah, you know.
Fuck yeah. That'd be fucking awesome.
They should have done that. They should have done that with the fucking spark plug. What the fuck were they called? Bob Sparkplug Holly.
Shit,
and
I don't know.
Damn it! What the hell was their name? I don't remember. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Chronic Confusion. Another glorious nighttime episode, staying out from the rain, in from the rain.
These are always nighttime episodes.
I know, right? It's awesome.
We don't do daytime.
No, daytime is not my forte.
No.
So, how you been, man?
Pretty good.
Right on, man. I've been good. Fucking can't complain about nothing. Except for there ain't shit going on in the world.
Not really.
For some old dude quitting his job and, you know.
Another old dude touring the country.
I don't know why I took that over there. So I'm gonna have to read this shit whenever the time comes. Okay, yeah, so, fuck. Really know that John Boehner's stepping down, and I still don't even completely know what the fuck he does.
He's the Speaker of the House.
What does he speak on?
He presides over the House. Yeah, it's a good question. I think he just like determines like what comes up for a vote and shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, I knew his title. I'm not, you know, I'm not a politics person, so it's like, what does that guy do again?
I mean, he becomes president if the president and the vice president are both dead.
Oh, okay. So he's the third choice. Like he's the girl you call for the homecoming dance when all other options have been exhausted.
Yeah.
She's kind of, you know, either a little bit underweight or a little bit overweight. Might have a club foot. Maybe
that
missing a tooth.
Lazy.
Yeah, lazy eye. You know, probably hair that you know she washes, but somehow it's always greasy.
Greasy and frizzy somehow.
Yeah, you know, that girl. That's John Boehner.
She kind of smells like a dog.
Yeah, you know, some days, not every day.
No, not every day, but
some days she just smells like cat litter.
Cat litter and perfume.
Yeah, it's weird.
But well, great. Now they're gonna think that we're just chauvinistic pigs.
I am.
I mean, yeah.
I've been a strip club DJ for 16 years. Of course I'm a fucking chauvinist. Fucking you deal with fucking 20 women every fucking night for 16 years and see if you don't come out a little bit bitter.
I did it for what was it, like maybe like 6, 7,
yeah,
8 months?
You get off easy.
Of course I did.
You don't have to fucking, I mean, look, I love my girls. Love them all, but, you know, the DJ ends up being a lot of times, you know, not only a DJ, you're a pussy wrangler, you're a fucking therapist.
Yeah.
You know, which again, I'm happy to lend a shoulder to cry on or an ear to talk to, but you know, it's again, the way I describe it to people when they ask, what's that like? What's that job like? I'll say, like, are you married? If they say yes, I'm like, just imagine your wife times 20.
Yeah.
every fucking weekend, you know, because, all right, through the week, you might have 10 girls, you know, but still. Weekends, which mostly what I work, is, you know, around 20 girls, so.
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
it's kind of like that.
I remember when I bartended, if you could really call it that, serving people soft drinks.
Pouring Coke.
But you know, like, one girl would walk up and they'd be like, "Oh my God, you can't, you like won't believe what so and so did.
Yeah.
She did something. She took
there's
this shit
forever
out of my
some kind of
locker."
drama.
And then like she'd walk away after 10 minutes of complaining, and then the person she was talking about would come up and be like, "What'd that bitch say about me?"
Yeah.
It's like high school level drama.
Well, that's why I don't see how, like, polygamists can do it. Like, guys that, like, Mormons that have, like, multiple wives.
I mean,
and
it's
shit.
a great idea.
In theory, on paper.
In fantasy, it's great.
Yeah.
However, not in fantasy.
Like, you want to tell me I can have all the available pussy to me I can handle? I don't have to be tied down to one woman? That's awesome. No, it's not.
I mean, it's like it's like the exact same idea of, like, the Muslims getting 72 virgins.
Yeah.
You know, if they're virgins before they died, they're not going to give it up to you in heaven, buddy.
I mean, they might, but they're not going to know what the fuck to do.
They're gonna cry because you're gonna hurt them.
Yeah, you're probably gonna spend, you know, 20 years just getting at least one of them to do the things you would like to do.
Because, I mean, you know, she didn't do it in real life.
But I mean, when you're dead and you have an eternity, I guess 20 years is more like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Who knows how time works in heaven? I don't. Get on it, science.
Yeah, right? Why are we going to Mars? Let's go to fucking heaven.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude, we can get the Christians to fund that one. And the Muslims and the Jews.
Yeah,
and everyone.
Well, they would want who's right. We're going to find out who's right. We're going to go to heaven. No, you know, we don't really know where it is, but, you know, apparently according to the Bible, it's up.
It's up.
So we'll just go up, and we'll find it eventually.
It's how it's going to go.
In theory, I mean, if they're right, if they, you know, because they claim their holy books are true.
It's up.
Imperial facts. So, okay, your Bible says it's up.
The stars in heaven, which means it could be anywhere in the entire universe.
Yeah, you know, let's go up and see, you know, how long it takes to hit it, and, you know, we'll just send all the extremists of the Christian faith, all the extremists of the Muslim or Islam, and all, like, every religion that has bad extremists. We'll just put them all on the rocket and send them up there at the same time.
To heaven.
Yeah, you know, here, we're sending you all to heaven. When you get there, you're going to find out who is right.
Yeah, and that way, you guys don't have to worry about all of, like, you know, the immoral shit that's going on down here.
Yeah, we're just going to be down here living our
we'll
lives.
Chill. No, I mean, it'll be fine.
Yeah, you know.
You know?
We'll see you someday when we get there, but, you know.
You know, whatever.
Well, then, if there's means, send back a letter letting us know what's going on, you know.
Yeah, like, I mean, apparently there used to be some kind of megaphone that they used when God would speak to somebody. So, if you guys could find that.
I think it was like a Morse code thing, because it was like Gabriel and his trumpet. Or was that just for the apocalypse?
Do you think, like, he had to spell out just in the notes that are on the musical
staff?
Yeah,
that's
like
how they did
A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So, like, that's a very BAC. Back?
Yeah, I mean,
welcome back, God.
That's how Morse code works, you know? That's how they that's how they did it. It was like, like, that's a nice tune. No,
I don't know, man.
That
burning bush just straight spoke.
Well, but, you know, that was most likely an acid trip.
Yeah.
Probably, or, you know, somebody fucking with him. You know, it could have been it, too. Or he could have just been fucking lying.
You never know.
You know, but, you know, I wasn't there, so who knows. Yeah, I don't
neither
know.
were the guys that wrote it.
Exactly. But let's, you know, we don't have to get into that. Anyway, so yeah. Welcome
Polygamy,
to
strip clubs.
Polygamy.
Heaven. Get on it, science.
Yeah, all those things need to be figured out by the time the next episode comes out. Alright. Well, let's see here. I've got some stories up, all from comicbook.com I figure we can talk about. The first is, you know, one you'll probably like, is Star Wars The Force Awakens will be the best Star Wars yet, according to a fan survey.
What? How are they getting this? What? Have people seen it? And I'm not among them?
A new survey conducted by Harris Interactive has wielded somewhat predictable results. Yes, fans are excited about Star Wars The Force Awakens. The survey, Variety reports, was taken over a weekend in September and had 63% of respondents expecting The Force Awakens to be the best movie of the franchise, which includes the original trilogy that ran from 77 to 83 and the prequel trilogy that ran from 99 to 2005. As for why fans are excited about the movie, that varied wildly. Okay, before we go on, nobody's seen the movie yet. Most you have.
Some people have.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about
Like
the general
the people
public.
that they called haven't seen the movie.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
The general public has not seen the movie yet. Most they have is the information you have.
Yep.
And the trailers. I'd say, and honestly, I would say 90% of the people they polled probably only had the trailers.
Yeah.
You know, and some loose information here and there.
Those trailers are good.
They are good, but trailers have been good in the past, and the movie has sucked.
Yeah.
You know? So, I mean, okay, yeah. Participate in a fucking poll, that's one thing, but...
I can't believe they didn't call me.
I mean, it was probably done somewhere that you weren't.
I mean, I've been called for surveys before, but they're always like dumb. Like
this seems like one they would do in person. I don't know.
I'd like it.
15% of fans surveyed said J.J. Abrams, the director and co-writer of the film, is the reason they're most excited. 36% think the special effects will make it the best Star Wars movie. Fans also cited the story, the new cast, and the idea that the film will be more true to the Star Wars series as reasons to be hyped. I mean, you know, again, I'm just as excited, and I do think it'll be an awesome movie. But at this stage in the game, I can't say it'll be better than Empire, which is my favorite. You know, like, it could be. I mean, again, if anybody can pull it off, JJ can. You know, he fucking did a hell of a job on Star Trek. I'm not even a fan of Star Trek, and I liked the two that I saw.
In both of those movies, he includes R2-D2, though.
Yeah.
Yep, so that's awesome. So he's basically saying, I want to do Star Wars, I want to do Star Wars.
I mean, they should just, at this point, since he did the two Star Trek and he's doing Star Wars right now, and supposedly maybe going to do the next one too.
No, they actually announced who's doing.
Oh, really? I saw something that said he was.
Yeah, it was like a couple days after that thing came out where they're like he might be doing 9. They announced who was doing 9.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember what his name is, but I know that
his name is Cody Wiley.
No, I'm starring in episode 9.
You could do both. You could pull an Affleck.
Yeah, hell yeah. It would be the perfect movie. At the very end of it, I would kill Luke Skywalker and reign supreme over the galaxy, ruling in terror.
What would the name of your villain be?
Darth Beardus. The dark beard of the Sith.
The poll surveyed 2,031 adults in the U.S., with 801 of them self-identifying as Star Wars fans. What? Why wouldn't you just all Star Wars fans? I mean, I guess you need a control.
Yeah, the other people are like, I don't. What's that?
801 of them were just like, okay. I mean, it looks cool.
I mean, that's kind of how it is. Like in general public, like it's either you meet someone and they've seen it and they're like, yeah, man, I like Star Wars, or you meet someone and they're like, I haven't really, no.
Yeah, you don't really meet too many people that hate Star Wars.
No.
It's usually either it's the best thing ever or it's whatever.
Right.
You know. So that's that. Again, I have no problem with him thinking that. I just think it's funny.
Yeah.
To go that far off the deep end without having seen anything yet. I don't think the movie's gonna suck, you know. I think it's going to be a good movie, but...
the closer it gets, the worse it gets for me.
And two, one thing to consider is, like, a lot of times, like, right after you see a movie that you've been waiting on forever, it is the best movie ever. Then you watch it again a couple times, you know, it soaks in, and you're like, okay, well, this is wrong, I'm not cool with this, but this is awesome, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it becomes, you know, like, yeah, at first I thought it was better than Empire, but then I was like, yeah, it's just kind of the same. It's on the same level.
I mean,
so, who knows?
Basically, the coolest part to me is Kylo Ren, just because like he's a knight. he's got like a fucking broadsword for a lightsaber. I mean, you know, that's just a badass idea.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay. Moving on. We can't wait to see the Star Wars.
You have no idea.
Let's see what we got here. New Be Cool Scooby Doo clip released by Cartoon Network. This looks like the Scooby Doo of like Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah, those eyes look that definitely does.
I mean, maybe it's just the 34-year-old in me talking, but I don't like this. This is the first I've seen of this.
Wasn't he supposed to get the Flintstones, or he did, or something?
He put them in that Cavalcade of Cartoon Comedy thing. I think that was all he was doing with them.
Oh, I thought he was supposed to be doing like a new Flintstone show. Like,
he might be. I don't know.
That would basically be Family
I mean,
Guy.
I don't even know if he's behind this one, but it looks like he is.
It does, yeah.
Let's see what it says. I haven't even heard about this till today. Warner Brothers Animation has released a new teaser trailer for Be Cool Scooby Doo, the controversial new series based on the long running. So are they going to make it like more adult, I guess? And that would make sense. Well, let's just watch the teaser and hopefully we don't get flagged.
Yeah.
Scooby-Doo has a new show.
Oh, shit, hold on.
Got another mystery on our hands. And it looks pretty cool.
Well.
Be Cool Scooby-Doo. New series.
I do apologize for the way the fucking screen is. It's just the way the program lays it out. So I'll include a link in the description below if you want to go see the actual thing. So it starts Monday, October 5th.
That's next Monday.
They didn't really tell us too much. Let's see what else there is.
Starting Monday, October 5th at 7, 6 Central on Cartoon Network. Looks like we've got another mystery on our hands. And it looks pretty cool. Be cool.
Okay, it doesn't really look too adult. It just looks kind of updated.
It kind of makes me think of like Uncle Grandpa.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I guess it had to get updated eventually, you know. Scooby-Doo's kind of looked the same. Even like the most recent series, it's kind of looked the same for, you know.
Because it's classic.
I mean, I agree. It is. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the way it looks. You know, even the updated version before this version, where it still kind of looked like the old ones, but it was more clean looking, you know.
Yeah,
like, that was perfect. Why mess with that? But, I don't know. We'll see what it looks like. I'm a huge Scooby-Doo fan. They were my favorite when I was a kid.
Like, I mean, I don't know. Can they get away with making Shaggy a pothead still?
Well, I mean, he never really was outright a pothead. I mean, obviously he was. But,
Right.
You know, it wasn't. They never put him on screen rolling a joint or smoking it.
No, but his eyes were always just
he's
so...
totally a fucking stoner. And Scooby was too.
Oh, yeah.
Like, wow, Scoob. Oh, Raggy. Like, you know, that's how much I love Scooby-Doo. You know,
I actually like at least the first live action movie. I didn't think it was that bad. I thought it was
awesome until Mark McGrath came in. I thought it was good. Like, and not just because of him. I just feel like that was the point in the movie where it took a nosedive in quality. Like, and again, nothing to do with him. That's just the placeholder.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, there's Mark McGrath, and then right after that, everything just kind of goes bleh.
But I thought
because
they did
the
a good
ending,
job.
is like, you know, it was funny, but I feel like, okay, spoilers if you haven't seen Scooby Doo.
It's like 10, 15 years old.
Yeah, you know, Scrappy Doo ends up being the bad guy,
which is fan service.
Which is fan service, and the reason I hated it so much is because it comes out of nowhere. Sometimes that's cool, but usually, like, they should have done more with him at the beginning of the movie, or because there was, like, one flashback, maybe,
And it showed
that dealt with him,
Yeah.
and it was just them kicking him out of the van or whatever. Or was that, she penny peas on her? But it seems like there might have been one other one besides that one that kind of set him up as this bad little puppy.
Yeah.
But it didn't make you think that he was going to come back for revenge, and that's usually how that goes. You're like, oh, this guy's going to get revenge later. And they might have done that just so it was a twist and people didn't see it coming, but it's kind of a cheap twist.
Yeah.
You know, and so I felt like the ending was shitty, It was stupid. And like the whole thing that they were actually ghosts and spirits and shit.
Yeah.
Like, it was always that they unmasked somebody, and they did do that, but I don't know.
Yeah.
You know.
It was all right.
It was a good movie. I liked it. It's just like the ending just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. But, yeah, so that's October 5th, 7, 6 Central. So it's 7 Eastern, 6 Central. I don't have Cartoon Network, but I'm hoping it comes up on Hulu or something, and I'll watch it. I'll give it a try, you know.
Yeah.
It's so close to that Adult Swim mark. I would like to see an Adult Swim Scooby Doo.
Well, that would definitely have pop.
Because then, yeah, that's what I was about to say. Then they could actually show, you know. But I think a lot of people would get upset about that.
I mean, shit, we could do that on YouTube for ourselves. But I mean, we'd get copyrighted for sure then.
You could call it a parody. I think, you know, there's parody laws.
That's true.
Yeah. So
that's why Family Guy could do Star Wars.
Exactly. Well, and plus at the time it was still owned by Fox.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
it was Fox. It's a Fox show. Some gaming news. Xbox One Holiday Bundle includes 35 games.
What the hell?
Yeah, I have no idea. I haven't read this yet.
It's a lot, man.
Today, Microsoft has officially unveiled the Xbox One 1 terabyte holiday bundle. The second of 5 bundles the company is offering to entice gamers to pick up their latest console, which features larger hard drive, backwards compatibility, and a redesigned wireless controller with a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. The bundle includes experiencing the original Gears of War rebuilt from the ground up in 1080p, including 60 frame per second competitive multiplayer with 19 maps and 6 game modes, 5 campaign chapters never released on the console. Accessing the entire 360 Gears of War collection to play on the Xbox One through backward compatibility at no additional cost when you play Gears of War Ultimate Edition. Playing a jaw-dropping collection of 30 iconic games with rare replay from Battletoads and Banjo-Kazooie to Perfect Dark and more, and immersing themselves in the critically acclaimed action platformer Ori and the Blind Forest.
Well, guess what? You fucking dicks. You tricked us, man. I mean, yeah, man, that fucking Rare Rewind or whatever it is. You know, my roommate got it for his Xbox One, and yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, I don't think he paid, but maybe like $30-$40 for it. So I mean, that's way cheaper than like a normal one. And then getting the Gears of War games again, like you don't probably already own them if you're an Xbox guy.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be cool to have them, you know, with better graphics and shit. But it's like what we talked about last time. It's like, you know, it's still going to be the same game, and the original game is still awesome. Like, it doesn't really need to be updated. But I guess if you traded in all that shit when you got an Xbox One, you know, it'd be cool to have it again. But,
yeah.
I mean, you know, it's cool they're putting an effort, you know.
Yeah, but like,
trying to do something.
You shouldn't say the 35 games without like
exactly.
an asterisk next to it to explain.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously that was clickbait.
Exactly.
You know.
Well, no, I bet it's what Microsoft's saying about it.
Oh
though.
yeah, sure. But it is a good deal. I mean, if you just want to get an Xbox One.
What's the price?
$399.
Okay, so $400. What's a regular Xbox One cost without the game?
The same. Sometimes they drop them down to $350. They have gone down to $350 a couple times.
Okay.
But yeah.
So.
And actually, that's probably what's going to happen during the holiday, because this is the 1 terabyte, and the ones that are out there right now are 500 gigs. So they're probably going to drop those to $350, and this will be $399. I'm just guessing, but
it's all right for that cost because you get the expanded hard drive and a new controller, which I don't know why you need a new controller. The old ones are fine.
Yeah, I think they redesigned them to make them smaller because people were saying they were too big or something. I don't remember.
Do you remember the original Xbox
it was fucking
controller?
huge. I've got one over there.
Yeah, exactly. Those were awesome. Like, yeah, they're bulky, but
yeah.
I mean, even the Nintendo 64 controllers, they're cool just because, you know, that's what.
Yeah, I never liked the button layout on the 64 controller.
I mean, I have Majora's Mask for my 3DS, and I'm having a hard time getting into it like I want to.
Yeah.
Just because like for a few of the C buttons, I actually have to click on the screen on the bottom, and I want to be able to just hit the buttons that are there. But I mean, you know, that's what I thought that little C stick was for.
Yeah,
But,
I thought it was for
yeah.
like to be a second analog stick.
Yeah, that's what it is. But it's mostly for camera. And the games that I have, which is just the Majora's Mask and the Ultimate Monster Hunter 4 or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
You know, all it does is the camera. Which, I mean, you know, it's great. Camera's a very important thing to control.
Yeah.
But, like, I thought it was going to be the C stick for Zelda. And I love that about those Zeldas.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it was easy access to your sub items, which is like a huge part of any Zelda game.
Well, I mean, you know, just see what they do with the fucking NX, the next Nintendo console.
Like,
I've heard that they're gonna fucking dumb down the controller even more for that.
Yeah, well, I heard nothing about it until you told me about it, and
Yeah.
now I see it all over. So, like, you're like an early adapter of news, sir.
I've been following it ever since they announced they were working on a new one because, like, I really wanted to get into the Wii U, but it was just like so fucking
but
nothing. And Mario Maker is really the only thing that's going to make me buy it. I mean, I've wanted to play the Mario 3D World and the new Mario Kart and shit, but it just wasn't enough to get me to buy the console.
Are you a fan of like Zelda?
I like sometimes I can never. It's just like any other RPG. I can't finish the game.
Yeah.
I get burned out. Like really long games, I get burned out like 10, 15 hours in.
Yeah. Well, they were supposed to release one for the Wii U, and now people are thinking, because they didn't even talk
Yeah, I
about
heard
it this
about they were
year,
gonna
that it
probably
may
put it
just
off.
be like they're waiting for the new console.
Well, they're supposed to be starting production on the NX next month,
Yeah.
which very well could put it out next Christmas. So
I mean,
2016.
I really want to play that Hyrule Warriors game too, because I've always
Yeah, I've
been a
heard that's
fan of
pretty
the
good.
Dynasty Warriors games. Those are always fun to me. Just the most simplistic hack and slash you can have.
Yeah. Let me see that. Okay, we talked about this a couple episodes ago.
Yeah.
Let me get it up here. Robert Englund would do a Nightmare on Elm Street sequel. See, he was originally saying he was done. Like the last interview he did before we talked about it, he said he was done. He couldn't handle the makeup anymore, all this shit, and he would rather. And he's too old. His body hurts and shit.
Yeah.
But let's see. Also from comicbook.com. During a recent convention panel, horror movie legend Robert Englund joined the ever-growing chorus of voices saying that most films don't need to be rebooted. As it pertained to A Nightmare on Elm Street, the film that made him famous and a franchise that was unsuccessfully rebooted 5 years ago, Englund said, quote, "You don't do remakes. I would do Freddy 9, you know, or I would do Freddy versus Michael Myers, or I would do a prequel."
I'd love Freddy versus Michael.
Yeah, all of those sound reasonable enough, but England was also apparently wanted to go all Leprechaun on the franchise. Quote, "Well, I'd like to see Nightmare in the Hood," England said. Okay, I think he's a senile old man. Robert Englund,
Well,
come
I mean,
on.
no, he's just a really weird guy.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, what, 101 Maniacs or 1,001 Maniacs?
100 Maniacs.
There you go. Yeah. Like that. I mean, like just the movies that he does that aren't Nightmare. He's still just this crazy.
I actually noticed the other day there's an episode of the new Ninja Turtles TV show that he's in, and I just happened to, because there's an episode where their dreams are attacked by the Dream Beavers, and he's one of the Dream Beavers.
God.
Yeah, so the kind of I was like, oh,
sneaking,
okay, yeah,
sneaking
Freddy
in jokes
Krueger,
for the
yeah.
adults.
Yeah, exactly, and that show's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
I love that fucking show. It's so good. Like, I don't know, it really fucking pays homage to the source material. Not the fucking old cartoon, but the actual comics.
Right.
You know, we've been over that.
Exactly.
He goes on to say, I I think it'd be really interesting to do a line of like retro 80s hip hop ones and get a black actor to play Freddy, and all the kids are like hip hop to just do the same.
You mean kind of like Halloween Resurrection with Busta Rhymes?
Well, I thought that was H2O. No, it was Resurrection.
No, it was Resurrection because they're doing the reality show inside of his house.
That's one of my favorite ones just because of the scene where he fucking gets all up in Michael Myers' face.
Fuck yeah.
Because he thinks it's one of the other crew members. And then like Busta Rhymes punks out Michael Myers. Like Michael Myers actually turns around and leaves.
Yeah. He's just like, I'm not dealing with you yet.
He was like, fuck you, motherfucker, what the fuck? He was like, what the fuck did he say to him? Because I guess, like, he was supposed to be off somewhere doing something. He was like, I have to do this shit myself. And all this shit, he was like, you need to get the fuck out of here and go do your job. And all this shit. And, of course, Michael Myers just fucking turned around and left. Like, you're expecting him to just fucking kill him, you know? But he just leaves. I'm like, dude, nobody has ever fucking stood up to Michael Myers. I mean, I think he did survive, too.
Yeah, I think he does at the end. He gets hurt, but I think he lives.
Yeah, I think so.
But I mean, it's kind of like that scene from what, Jason Goes to Manhattan, where that black guy boxes Jason, and like it looks like he's winning for like 5 minutes, and then Jason punches him twice and knocks his head off.
Exactly. So I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to Nightmare on Elm Street in the Hood.
I want Robert Englund in it.
Yeah.
Like
definitely.
even if it's just like it turns out that there's him and then there's a Black Freddy. like I mean, obviously you wouldn't call him Black Freddy, but I don't know, like maybe Jamal.
Jamal Kruger.
Jamal Kruger, his cousin.
Yeah,
from New York.
So yeah, I mean. I've always, because again, I was a big Nightmare on Elm Street fan growing up, and I've thought about it before, like, because there's a line in, I think it's Freddy's Dead, where he's like, every town has an Elm Street. And I was like, why didn't they ever explore that? Like, because every town does have an Elm Street.
Yep.
You know, like, he taps out the fucking Elm Street in Springwood, Ohio, so he's like, fuck it, I'm going to go to this other Elm Street.
I mean, shit, we could do that. Kentucky's right next to Ohio.
Yep.
It would make logical sense.
So, yeah, this doesn't really say, I mean, I don't know. He said I would do, so he would do it if it was a sequel, but not if it's a reboot, or if it was like a different take on it, like Nightmare in the Hood, but he said he thinks also a Black Freddy should do it, so I don't know. I think Robert Englund.
Well, if he said Black Freddy, I think then I think that's what they'd have to call it. Black Freddy in the Hood.
Black Freddy in the Hood. I'm really resisting the urge to make a racist joke.
No, we can't do that.
No, I can't, because, you know, I'm not that way.
Wee-oo.
Exactly.
You PC, bro?
Alright. PC, bro?
Arizona State, y'all.
Yeah, if you haven't seen the new South Parks yet, you gotta do that. I mean, I want to talk about them, but it's, you know, like, number one, the first one isn't fresh in my mind anymore. The second one was awesome.
Yeah.
It's just like, again, it's the fucking epitome of, it's like the embodiment of what the Twitter SJWs are.
Yep.
You know, or anybody that, even the ones in real life that go to these fucking rallies and shit, like those fucking bitches that broke up that men's rights speaker in Toronto.
Yeah.
A few weeks ago or a month or two ago or something.
I mean, no, it's like,
dude, everybody has freedom of speech, even if you don't agree with them. Like, don't go fuck up somebody else's thing.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know violence and disruptive action isn't the way to go about doing it.
So,
it's like, you either believe what I believe, or you're fucking wrong.
But I mean, it's funny because, like, online and in real life, you know, the type of people they portray in the show as being like that aren't really what they are. You know, like, most of them are women. A lot of them are fucking scrawny little dudes that are just hoping to get laid. You know,
I mean, it's a good tactic.
But
yeah, I'm a total feminist.
Yeah, but what's funny about it is you watch it and you're like, man, that is exactly how they act behind their fucking keyboards. You know, they fucking just embodied that so well in that show.
They're so smart.
Yeah,
they really are.
Let's see here. Batman v Superman got a PG-13 rating. Still 6 months away, so there's not really a whole lot to talk about on that. Wasn't really surprising either. I knew that's what it was going to be.
Yeah.
There's going to be a junior companion novel. And this says, are you worried that you'll have to explain to the children in your life why Batman and Superman are fighting each other instead of bad guys? And Captain America and Iron Man are fighting each other instead of bad guys next year. Scholastic Books will help you with that. They've apparently landed the deal to publish the Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice companion novel, according to writer Michael Kaji, who said on his blog that he will write it. Let's see here. No release information is available yet. Junior novelizations and kid-targeted companion books can sometimes provide early insights into the plot of a film, but after a number of twists were blown on big-budget movies that way, it's equally common for the stories to end halfway through the movie, to have a different ending, or to tell a different story altogether. What?
That's
Anyways.
convoluted.
Yeah, it's weird. Well, I mean, I remember one thing that I've been on lately is like these like action movies and fantasy type movies and movies based on comic books and shit. Like when they would come out back in the 80s and 90s, like also a graphic novel would come out.
Yeah.
Like an adaptation. 'Cause
Right.
I've got the first Ninja Turtles movie in comic book form. I've got Hook in comic book form.
Yeah.
I've got The Rocketeer in comic book form. And that's one thing that I really miss, but they also would do it with novels. And I guess that's what this is basically about.
I mean,
But usually it wasn't like
they did it with, I know they did it with episode 1.
Yeah, pretty
Because
much.
I had it, and I
Yeah.
know they did it with episode 3 because I had it, and I know
But
they
they
did it
weren't-
with Spider-Man 3 because I had it.
Yeah, but they weren't cleaned up to be more kid-friendly. They were just a direct adaptation.
Yeah, exactly.
These are talking like it's going to be like a watered down,
Wait, actually,
you know.
for episode 1, it was a young novels book, and in the
Really?
middle of it were pictures from the movie that like weren't in any of the trailers. They came out maybe like 2 weeks before the movie did.
Right on.
So I mean, you know, I don't know. I guess that's where I developed my whole thing where like spoilers don't bother me. Like it almost like enhances it for me. Like if I'm really excited about a movie, I want to know everything that I can about it. Like even the stuff that's going to turn out to be wrong. Like just because like it's part of my excitement for it, I guess.
Yeah. It just depends on the movie for me. Like Star Wars, I know I'm gonna love it regardless, you know. So, and I mean, kind of Batman v Superman, I'm probably gonna love anyways too. But like I've had a tradition with the Batman movies that I don't know anything going in.
Well, yeah, I can tell you. I can tell you right now. Only one of those movies has Kevin Smith's approval so far.
Yeah. But yeah, so you know, whenever I see Batman v Superman, the most I'm gonna know are the trailers.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be happy about that. And of course, I know the source material.
Yeah, and I mean that kind of gives away, you know, probably like some of the like major
Yeah.
skeleton plot points
By the
of
way,
the movie.
how did you like The Dark Knight Returns?
Man, I loved it.
It was fucking cool, wasn't it?
It got me more excited for The Dark Knight, or for Batman versus Superman.
Yeah, dude. It's again, like the original comic, you know, is awesome. But there's something about that animated movie, man. It's just the tone of it is perfect. The acting is awesome. The art is cool, and like the elements from the original story that they included were perfect. Like, because there's a lot of stuff, of course, in the book that isn't in the movie.
Yeah.
And they added some stuff, but it's just really good. I definitely recommend picking it up.
I mean, I like the fact that when we were looking at the trailer for it, like you're like, I mean, look, this looks like he's here and here, and then I saw that in the animated movie, and I was like, yeah, that makes sense. And I mean, you know, clearly in the trailer for the movie, they had the Superman logo on their uniforms.
Yeah.
So I
let's
mean,
see. I mean, that has to be what it is.
yeah.
You know, some kind of war going on in some fictional place. And,
Yep.
Superman happens to be the general in charge of it or whatever. That's all I can figure.
Instead of General Zod, it's Jennifer Kal-El.
Yeah. So if you got youngins and you want to take them to see Batman v Superman, and you don't want them to be fucking weirded out because your kids are fucking stupid, buy them this fucking companion book so that they'll understand what's going on. I mean, but what does that say about the movie? Like, shouldn't they be able to explain it within the context of the movie why it's happening?
I mean, what does that say about how they think about kids? Because, like,
that's
when The
obvious.
Matrix came out, 99,
Yeah.
same year as Episode 1. So, like, I'm in 5th grade.
Yeah.
I saw both of them in theaters and understood both of them.
Yeah.
Okay? So, like, either kids are really stupid or people think they are.
Yeah, I don't get it because, like, again, I doubt the movie is just going to start off with Batman and Superman kicking each other's asses.
It might.
And people are like, what the fuck's going on?
I mean,
You know?
he could do one of those things where it's like it shows you the end of the movie first, like they're kicking each other's fucking ass, and then it like goes back to like 5 weeks
I
earlier.
think Zack Snyder's going to pull a Memento. You know, watch
Or a
this movie in
fucking
reverse.
like a Quentin Tarantino Pulp
Yeah.
Fiction where it's like all spliced together, all out of order.
Man, Memento, that movie's awesome, but it really pissed me off the first time I saw it. Have you seen Memento?
I have not.
Oh, fuck, dude. Alright, well, I'm kind of giving it away.
That's not.
But it is literally in reverse. Like, you don't realize it until the last scene of the movie. Like, this guy has memory loss. He doesn't know what's going on. He writes letters to himself and to remember shit because his memory resets every day.
Yeah.
And it just turns out at the end, like, the movie was going in reverse. It's weird. But it's an awesome movie.
It's like it's not that he's forgetting something, it's that it hasn't happened yet.
Kinda.
That's
You just have to see it.
interesting.
It's hard to explain.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
So yeah. Again, I think kids could be able to figure out why they're fighting. Unless the movie just doesn't do a good job of explaining that, then what the fuck?
I'm gonna say I am disappointed though that it's PG-13 because that means it's not gonna be like there aren't gonna be any cool little airbrush titties in the movie like I'm used to from Snyder films.
Oh, well, of course there's not going to be that. It's Batman and Superman.
I know, but I mean, you know, adults like it too.
Well, yeah.
Maybe you'll put
I
out-
mean, it's not PG. It's definitely PG. And PG-13 is,
Yeah, but I mean, you'll get an
R.
ass, you won't get a tit.
Yeah, it'll still be awesome.
Free the
okay.
nip.
Exactly. Some more Batman. WB Interactive Entertainment indicates possibilities are endless with Batman games.
Yeah, because they're taking a break from the Arkham series,
Yeah. While Rocksteady Studios' celebrated Batman Arkham series may be at an end, Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment and DC Entertainment have no doubt that their star character can and will continue in video games. In fact, Batman is still their primary character moving forward for games. Quote, Batman is one of the cornerstone IPs for Warner Brothers. With the Arkham series, we were finally able to realize the full potential of the character. That was Ames Kirshen, VP of Product Development for WBIE. We don't have anything to talk about at this time, but the possibilities are endless with the character as dynamic and beloved as Batman. So in other words, this is a non-story.
Clickbait.
Yeah, comicbook.com, what the fuck. Quote, when choosing what DC Entertainment IP we might focus on for any game, it boils down to honing in on the IPs that map the strongest genre-wise to what fans are interested in seeing and playing. From there, it's about getting the development studios with the strongest passion for those IPs to make the games. I mean, obviously Batman's going to be the big one.
Yeah.
But, I mean, people will eventually get burned out on Batman games. So let's not overdo it. Let's not turn it into Assassin's Creed.
You know what I would like? I would like to see him because, I mean, they need to definitely differentiate that it's not an Arkham game. So, I mean, I don't want them to jump in and Batman's established. I would like to see, like, maybe not a year one exact partaking, but, you know, along those lines. Like, I'd like to see Batman maybe go train with the Dark Brotherhood.
Oh, League of Shadows.
There you go, League of Shadows, the Dark Brotherhood. Yeah, the League of Shadows. Go train over there, and maybe that would be like, it also sounds like Batman Begins, but I mean, just that sense in like a video game term. Like
there was a Batman Begins video game.
Yeah,
and
not that. No, I don't want a movie license game. Most of those suck. I mean, like someone actually take the IP and actually like reboot it, because that's what it is. It's going to be a reboot of the Batman video games. Yeah, because I mean, they can come back and do an Arkham game, but if they could differentiate between this, like maybe do it kind of like how Netflix did the Marvel Daredevil, like to where like you don't even really get the Batman suit till like the last part of the game. Like before that, you're fighting around, but like you don't have your Batman suit yet.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how well that would do.
Like you could have like a crappy little homemade one, right?
Yeah.
Because even though Bruce Wayne has like billions of dollars, that doesn't mean that they're going to be able to make something like that day. Yeah. Good products take a long time to make. I mean, it's a cool idea. That's what I'd like to see.
I just I don't see the general public being, because I mean, Batman is one of those sacred things that if you do something that drastic with him, if you don't have him in the suit for that much of the game, like an actual Batman suit, people are going to raise hell.
All right, well, you do that, okay? Have that be the game, and then offer like tell them like 6 months after the game's released, we're gonna release a free DLC update, which will basically be like another like mini campaign where you're playing and like you're in the bat suit.
Yeah, possibly, but
free though. Free.
What would the story be though? Like,
well, the story would be you becoming Batman. Like, that's like the first act of the game. You training and like learning all these skills, and then you come back to Gotham. And then you're starting to fight crime.
See, I would rather it be more of like a detective game. Like the detective elements that were in the Batman games, but like more of that. And like L.A. Noire and shit. Like, not necessarily interviewing people, because Batman doesn't do that. Right. But like finding clues and piecing shit together.
Well, yeah, you could have that in there too.
Yeah. And that was like one thing that bothered me about the Arkham games is like when you do the detective shit, it's all kind of confined to one area. Like, what if you fucking have to go around fucking town collecting pieces of the puzzle,
Maybe make it a much more stealth-oriented game. Like, even though the Arkham series had a lot of good stealth features and you relied on gadgets a lot, like, maybe even play that more heavily than what they did, like, stealth-wise. Because I remember Arkham Asylum, it was a lot of stealth.
Yeah, it was mostly fucking creeping around.
And then, what was it, Arkham Knight? It had stealth things, but you were open world, and so like
Well, Arkham City was kind of halfway between Arkham Asylum and Arkham Knight. Yeah. Arkham Origins was pretty much Arkham City with a new map and more missions. But I loved Arkham Origins though. But yeah,
which Origins was made by someone else.
Well, it was made by the same people, just minus Rocksteady. It was the first game that WBIE actually did themselves. Right. I mean, it was always overseen.
You said it was okay, but it just wasn't as good.
I thought it was good. I thought it was as good. It was just like, it would have been better as an expansion pack type of thing. Than a whole new game, Yeah. Which, I mean, it would have been a big expansion pack, but, they could have done it. Because, like, the map is, like, you have the same map from Arkham City, plus like 3 other areas or 2, something like that they added to it to make it bigger, and the other areas are cool, but it's like you don't really need them. They could have put everything kind of maybe one extra area, but yeah, it was a cool game. The thing about Arkham City is like you use like stealth probably 70% of the time. Even when you're flying around town on the rooftops, you're still using stealth to take people out. Yeah. Or you can use combat, but stealth is usually the best way to go. But Arkham Knight is just like fucking rolling around in the Batmobile, blowing shit up, like multi takedowns and shit. It's totally a combat heavy game.
All right. Well, like, what if, like, all right. So you still include the League of Shadows? Is that one? Yeah. You still include the League of Shadows.
Sometimes it's called a League of Assassins.
Okay.
I think in the comic book universe, that's what it's called.
So you have that, but literally all that is like mostly kind of like cutscene-y, but then like a small tutorial on just how the new combat system would work. So like maybe that's just like the first like scene of the game. Like it kind of gives you a background of him learning to fight, and then like the majority of the game is him not in like the bat costume as we know it, but him like doing detective work, trying to bust down like the big time like mob bosses before like the super villains come out, you know. So like do that. I think that would work pretty well. Like where you'd have like a lot of the detective and gadget elements because he doesn't have the protection that he needs.
Yeah.
Like he's still strong, but like he can't take that knife stab. He can't take a stray bullet, you know. So he's out there, and like he probably hasn't even told Alfred that he's doing this shit at this point. That'd be cool.
I mean,
So,
I'd be down.
Yeah,
you know.
WB, that's a free pitch. Just
Yeah,
flesh
I
the
know.
story out, guys.
Kind of want to see what they could do with a Rocksteady, the actual developers.
Yeah.
I'd like to see what they could do with the Ninja Turtles. You know, I bet they could pull some cool shit off with that.
I mean, like, same gameplay as Arkham.
Yeah, same basic mechanics, but you know.
So, like, Donatello would be probably the one who would have, like, kind of like the more gadgets.
Well, I figured I was thinking about it one day when I was on the toilet taking a shit.
Yep. Good
It's
time
where I
to
do
think.
most of my best thinking.
Exactly.
You know, it could be you could pick a turtle, and it's like they're always kind of like either always in the background because there's parts in Arkham Knight when you have a partner to fight with and shit.
Yeah.
Kind of like that. Or
Multiplayer.
yeah, or something could happen. You pick your turtle, and whichever turtle you pick is the one that you're playing throughout the game as, and the rest of them you're going to rescue. And before all this shit happens in the game, Donatello's got all these new gadgets, so you just scoop them all up. You know, if you're not playing as Donatello,
Right, and you're
you
just
scoop
trying
them
to
all
use
up.
them.
Yeah, so you use them,
Okay.
so you would have them no matter which turtle you are. Or it could be as simple as you have a link with Donatello, kind of like the Oracle thing.
Yeah.
You know, I thought that would be cool. Maybe even just set it up, make a Raphael game. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
You know, and just he's the main guy and he's going to rescue the other turtles. You know,
Do you remember when they brought in that chick turtle? The one with like the light blue who
Venus
had
de Milo.
who had tits.
Yeah, which makes no sense.
She had tits, guys. Like I'm saying, this is a kid show with like the like realistic turtles. Oh, all right. The real life turtle type costumes from the live action movies, and she had tits. She had
Yeah.
tits. Google it.
Her
Tits.
name was Venus de Milo.
Because you know they're all named after Renaissance.
Yeah.
But
The weird thing, I mean, it's just weird because, I mean, you know, like, why, I mean, I guess it's already, like, you've got fucking 4 male Ninja Turtles, you know, so it's already wacky, but you're used to that, you know, and it makes sense the way they're built. You would think that a female would have the same kind of shell. Why would she just have tits on her shell?
Right.
That makes no sense.
why she and secondly, how the fuck did she show up as a like teenage mutant Ninja Turtle?
I forget what the explanation was.
It was
been so
probably
long
some
since I
contrived
watched it.
thing like they
Of
grew
course.
her in a lab and then flushed her down and she learned on her own watching you in the shadows.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was. I think it might have been like some kind of an experiment by Shredder, maybe, and I don't remember.
Well, regardless, turtle tits, 4chan, Reddit, whoever, you all need to get on that. I haven't seen any of that porn out there, so go get the Venus de Milo turtle tits porn. Go get that shit on.
I think people are just trying to forget about it.
Well, yeah, but the internet never forgets.
I guess. I mean, I think it's one of those things that even the people on the internet that like to bring up old shit don't want to remember.
Like 30 years from now, Family Guy will probably still be running.
Uh-huh.
You know, because it's like, you know, the new Simpsons or whatever.
Yeah, I don't
And,
know.
like,
Though. I
they'll-
don't think it's gonna last that long, but we'll see.
If it is the new Simpsons, it will last that long.
Yeah.
So like they had that one old joke that they've done, which is Pepperidge Farm remembers. Well, then it's gonna be the internet remembers, because they'll be like, anything ever posted is saved and stored on government files, and that's true.
I mean, I guess, but I mean,
you got
it's
an
just,
old GeoCity site.
Yeah.
The government fucking knows you do.
Dude, I wish I could find my old. I've tried to go on that web archive and the Wayback Machine. I had a fucking killer fucking GeoCity site. I had a GeoCity site. I had a tripod.com site.
Yeah.
I had an Angel Fire site.
Yeah.
Like anything that was free, I used it. There
What
was
was it?
even like some
live
small
journal.
ones. I had a live journal. But yeah, my
That's
website's
the classic internet days. Like it's like the internet had started to come into itself, and
Dude.
people were figuring out how to use it.
I got the internet in 1996 on a web TV. Remember web TV?
Yeah.
I got one of those because my fucking grandma was too cheap to give me a computer at the time. Well, but to her defense, computers were expensive back then.
I mean, they still are.
Not as bad, though.
Not as bad, but I mean, like, everything
talking,
that's nice is
like,
expensive.
In 1996, if you wanted a decent computer that could do internet and shit, even though internet sucked back then, if you want to, it was over $1,500.
Yeah.
Occasionally, you could find a sale at Circuit City and get one for like $900.
And you're still talking
You know?
like those big old cathode screens.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you'd have to buy a monitor. There were no. Sometimes you would find a bundle that had a monitor, but 90% of the time you had to buy one.
The best part though was that like when it got to the point to where you go out to Walmart and they'd be giving out the free 750 hours of AOL discs. So like
I had so many of those fucking discs.
like you never had to pay for internet because you always had AOL. But AOL was a program. It had to launch a program, and you had to browse the internet inside of that program. So going full screen was just going to full screen of that program.
Yeah, I did not like AOL.
No, but
so terrible.
AIM,
People
AOL
still have
instant messaging.
Yeah. Oh yeah. AIM was
That
the
went
shit.
good. Yeah.
That was the fucking shit.
That
was the
and
best thing
Yahoo
about it.
Messenger were the best.
Yeah. Yahoo had a lot of fucking
Good chat rooms.
like chat rooms, but it had like perverts and like spam and viruses and shit.
Yes,
You had to
it's
be very
even worse
careful on
now.
Yahoo.
Like, well, I don't know about now, but like
I don't even
like
think
4
it
or
still
5 years
exists.
ago. Oh no, like 4 or 5 years ago it did. You could still
Yeah.
log on, everything.
Yeah.
You go into a chat room, like you're like, what's going on, guys? And then you get like 5 private messages, like, click here to view my webcam.
Yeah. I used to be a chatting fool back in the 90s, man.
It was fun to chat
Yeah,
because
dude.
that's how you did it. Like, it wasn't Facebook.
Yep.
It wasn't Twitter or Instagram, but this is what it's
You had
evolved
to put. You had to jump. It was all dealing with strangers.
Yeah.
There was no like again. You could hook up with your friends on AIM or Yahoo Chat and shit like that. But
Yep.
whenever you were going to a chat room,
You didn't know
like
who was
you
in
were
there.
jumping into a hot tub full of strangers. Basically, like you don't know these
I mean,
people.
there are chat room wars
Yeah,
all
exactly.
the time. People get sued. It's the internet. It's the easiest way for you to like be a complete and total dick because it's anonymous.
Yeah. Sometimes I wish there were still chat rooms, but it's like I don't even know. Like I don't even know if I can.
Well, I
keep
mean
up
there
with it.
are, but it's like chat roulette. So like all you
and
see,
it's really fucked
half
up.
of it's like just
Spam
guys
and
jacking
shit.
off.
Yeah.
And you don't want to see that.
That's why it's bad. It's just, but none of the good like Yahoo Chat. And then there was like the place that I went to the most back in the 90s was chathouse.com. It was fucking awesome. It was kind of like it was an HTML chat, so it was like you had to keep refreshing the page to get new messages instead of them popping up in real time.
Yeah.
I liked that because you could kind of control the pace of the fucking chat
Right.
yourself. But yeah, dude, fucking those like I wish the internet had stayed like that. Even though I love the way it is with all the like YouTube and shit like that, but like just the
Classic
simplicity of it
internet,
was
yeah.
so awesome. You know, just basic HTML. You know, Flash cartoons.
Yeah. No one even
video
uses
games.
Flash anymore.
No, it's all the XML and shit like that. So yeah, that was a little pothole down memory lane.
Classic internet.
Okay, continuing on with our what's the word I'm looking for?
Docket.
No, fuck.
Cavalcade.
No, like whenever you peruse a site of a bunch of articles and talk about them and give your own commentary on them, like our scrutinization of comicbook.com. No, that's not right. That's not even a word. Well, I guess it is.
It's a review.
A review of all the articles I picked out from comicbook.com, because I'm not doing all of them. I'll just pick certain ones. Anyways, let's move on. This is a story about the new Ghostbusters movie coming out, which, contrary to what many people believe, I am actually excited about. I don't want to keep doing this. I'm going to try to fix that. Try to make it to where it works the way it's supposed to. But anyways. Let's see. Let's see if that fixes it. Yeah, I think it looks a little bit better. Let's see here.
Yay.
Yeah, it's all in there now. All right. Paul Feig fires back at Ghostbusters reboot haters. Paul Feig has been making waves in Hollywood with his radical notions that women can be funny and anchor films. Crazy, right? Well, some people actually think that that's crazy and tell him so on Twitter on a regular basis. Wednesday seemed to be a bit of a breaking point for the writer and director who regularly interacts with people on Twitter, whether they're fans or jerks. So what did he start saying Wednesday? Quote, "You're an ass," he said to one Twitter user who insulted one of his stars. "God, you're tiresome, dude. Y'all have no idea what we did, so stop acting like you do." We feel for Feig, as the primary problem he seems to run into is people condemning his Ghostbusters movie, which isn't out yet, and has only literally ended principal photography last week. Eventually, even the nicest ones can crack, and when one fan berated him with several tweets in a row, Feig did just that. "You've been ranting at me and my cast for months with misogyny and insults, so go fuck yourself, good night." Well, I mean, he told him to go fuck himself, but it wasn't particularly insulting. Kind of like, just an annoyance.
So go fuck yourself.
Yeah, so go fuck yourself. Now, again, I think I may have stated it once before on an earlier episode. I'm not opposed to the all-female Ghostbuster thing. I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
I'm a Ghostbusters fan. So just the fact that we're getting a new movie is awesome.
Yeah.
Again, I do think that it's a little, I guess, contrived that they want to go the all-female route. It just seems like it was like, hey, feminism's popular now. Let's capitalize on that. But maybe not. Like, it's going to be cool to see it regardless. But I'm just saying, not saying I'm opposed to it. I'm just saying it was kind of weird. Like, why not have, one dude, in there?
Why?
Why not represent everybody in your audience instead of just one segment?
Well, like, why do they have to try so hard right now? Like, and I'm not just saying Hollywood. Like, yeah. I mean, a lot of media is trying really hard right now.
Well, trying so hard,
and not
to
just
fucking
on
beat PC,
feminism, but yeah, exactly,
and
to
include
beat
everybody.
PC. And it's like, we can tell that you're trying way too damn hard.
Yeah, it just seems forced. Like, I don't know. Like, it's so many, like, it's not even just like this. There's a lot of examples, of like, just obvious, like, we got to do this so that people don't call us this.
Yeah.
So that people don't call us racist. So that people don't call us misogynist. We have to make this movie that's all females that people expect to be all males.
Yeah.
It's just weird. Like you see the people talking about, video games and sexism and shit like this. I just want to fucking strangle them and be like, look, if you want more positive female characters in gaming, get up off your ass and go develop a fucking game.
Yeah.
Or shut the fuck up, because these people are making their art the way they want to make their art. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if it's a fucking AAA game that has a staff of fucking 200 people, somebody is still the brains behind it, and that's his art that they're all bringing to life.
Yeah.
You know, it's fun. And if that's what he's compelled to do, that's what he's compelled to do. It doesn't make him a misogynist. Doesn't make him a sexist. That's just what he wants his art to be.
What do they want?
If you want, you can't just say, "Hey, you need to make it this way because I want it this way." I mean, that's forced. Like no artist wants to force his shit.
Why? What do they want? Do they want like a game where it's like, all right, this is the female division of Call of Duty. It's only girls that are shooting.
No.
Because then someone's gonna get really mad that it's only girls getting shot.
Well, look, here's the thing, and they try to bring it. They try to be like, well, you know, there's just too many men in video games and shit, and
who's the biggest demographic?
Well, I mean, it's actually there's like 46% of the audience or something is female for video games, but still, you know, men still have it, but it's a closer margin than most people think. But at the same time, what I was getting to was, what games sell the most? All the games that they're scrutinizing and saying are misogynist and sexist are the biggest selling fucking games.
Yep.
They're not going to stop making those games.
Ever.
You know, and
until they stop selling.
Whatever is selling is what they're going to do. And if, like, you can't handle it because Lara Croft's got short fucking shorts or some chick's cleavage is hanging out, then maybe you're the problem.
Well,
maybe you're the prude.
I mean, if you keep buying shitty Assassin's Creed game after shitty Assassin's Creed game, then they're going to keep making them.
Exactly. That's just how it gets supply and demand.
I mean, at least Call of Duty, you know, it's a 3-company rotation. So, like, it's not like they're pumping out a game every year. They're working on them for over a year each game.
Exactly.
So, I mean, that's why they're able to, you know, still entice people enough to keep buying them. I can't understand Assassin's Creed.
I mean, it's cool. I've
not
never,
a game every year.
No, not that. I'm just talking about the game itself. The last one I played was Black Flag.
I've played the first one, and I've played that one a little bit, and they still feel the same.
Yeah, I liked Black Flag, but that's like, you know, it was pretty much the same shit.
It's cool to be a
pirate. The pirate
pirate
stuff made it better.
Right.
You know, the looting ships and shit gave it enough different to make it better, but
I mean,
you know,
the only one that I've seen besides Black Flag that actually looked interesting to me was whatever one was during the American Revolution, and that's just because of the setting. But I'm sure it's the exact same game where you're just like, hey, connect with your dude's memory. Look, George Washington wasn't that cool. I stabbed some British dude in the neck.
Yeah, well, I mean, it seems like they'll add one little feature to each game to make it different than the other ones, but it's still pretty much the same.
EA runs that, don't they?
Yeah, I think so.
If it is EA, then that explains why.
Yeah.
Because they're also pumping out like
Madden
sports games every year, where it's literally they just update like 1 or 2 things. It's like, hey, you can make the quarterback look left and right now. You just tap on this little button right here, and he looks this way.
Yeah.
And it's different, slightly.
So, yeah, I am not opposed. I think people should shut the fuck up until the movie comes out and see what it's like before they fucking start bashing it and shit. Yeah. But that's just how the internet is.
It's the internet.
People are gonna fucking... And look, I get it. You can only ignore him for so long before you blow up. But I don't see anything wrong with what he said. No. And he's not even... He didn't even attack him. He didn't go fuck yourself. That's just like, leave me alone. You know, like, the headline made it seem like he blew up on somebody, but if this is all it was, you know, like, it's not that big of a deal.
Well, he said some other stuff up there, too.
I mean, yeah, but that was still innocuous, you know.
Yeah.
I called him an ass and tiresome.
Well, but at the same time, you know, it's kind of like people will say, well, if you start arguing back with them,
I think it's fine to do it once and never do it again, because they're never going to stop regardless. I mean, as long as you're in the spotlight, they're going to keep doing what they're doing. Let's see. Ghostbusters is going to be Melissa McCarthy, Kristen Wiig, Kate McKinnon, and Leslie Jones. Comes out July 14th, 2016. Cameos with cast members like Sigourney Weaver, Bill Murray, I think, was going to be in it, and others have been confirmed. But also to Feige's chagrin, as he was trying really hard to keep them a secret.
What's his name?
Who?
Oh my god, he was in so many fucking movies, and then he just stopped.
Rick Moranis?
Yep.
Is he going to be in it?
That's what I'm asking.
I don't know. I remember seeing something about he said he would, maybe. Hold on, let's see here. Rick Morris. Let's see what that gets us. Well, here, I'll put Ghostbusters cameo. Shit.
Oh shit.
Camaro. Ghostbusters Camaro.
Yeah, he has one.
Oh no, this just said.
Our fingers crossed that we hope he shows up.
Let's see here. Pour on a few. Blogs, Ghostbusters fan. Scorny Weaver has joined the cavalcade.
That's funny. Because, I mean, J.J. Abrams takes the
Ernie
exact
Hudson.
opposite approach.
Ernie Hudson, the black dude.
Yep.
Bill Murray.
Didn't
Dan
believe in
Aykroyd.
ghosts. Still
Yeah.
does his job.
Annie Potts is going to be in it. Our fingers are crossed that Rick Moranis also pops up. Or at the very least, someone doesn't spoil the fact that he has a cameo in the movie. He's essentially retired from acting. Unlike everyone else, we won't hold our breath. So yeah, that's one thing. Like, because I read up on Rick Moranis not too long ago. And
Yeah,
he's
I read
pretty
that
much
thing too.
Done.
He's been done for a long time.
Yeah, and he just wants to be a family man, which is cool. I can respect that. So yeah, Ghostbusters 2016. I'm gonna give it a shot, and they're making also a fucking Ghostbusters like a muscle-bound superhero Ghostbusters movie too. So
What?
yeah, they're making like a whole Ghostbusters universe. There's it's gonna be called Ghostbusters Core or something like that. CORPS.
So is it
It's
like...
gonna be like Channing Tatum and
is it
some other
like
people.
is it like a multiverse, or is it they're all on the same
Supposedly,
shit?
I think it's supposed to be all in one universe, and basically, from what I understand,
So that's the new thing then, huh?
yeah, from what I remember, it's gonna be like the army version of the Ghostbusters. Like they take on like the big Godzilla-sized ghosts, like Stay Puft and shit. I guess I don't know.
Well, you know what? That means the original were better.
Yeah,
Because they were not buff. They were not beefy.
they were just
They
smart.
just kicked ass.
Yeah. Yeah, Nickelodeon is gonna start doing a
Yeah.
'90s thing.
Yeah.
I
That's
don't-
the
no-
Splat. Awesome.
Debuts at 10 p.m. on October 5th. That's a Friday.
Are you afraid of the dark?
Yeah,
Oh my god, no. Everything
all,
on there.
Pretty much everything we
Hey
watched growing
dude.
up. Yeah.
Hey dude, salute your shorts.
Pretty much
Oh my God.
I guess it's going to be their version of Adult Swim.
Yeah, Legends of the Hidden Temple. The Ren and Stimpy
You know what
show?
this is though? This is Nick at Night, man, because whenever I was a kid, like they would show stuff from when, back in the day after everything
Yeah.
stopped running.
Like
when
I
all
Love
these shows were on.
Lucy.
Yeah, Lucy and fucking Beaver and
Oh my god, what was that? Oh man, what was it? It
I have
had
no idea.
it had alright, well one had Mary Tyler Moore in it. So there's that, and there was
Yeah.
Taxi.
Yeah.
And there was the one with what was his name? The psychiatrist. Bob Newhart.
Oh yeah, yeah. I used to watch
Bob
that.
Newhart.
But yeah, so that's basically what this is. It's just this generation's Nick at Night. It's for us, basically. But yeah, it's all the shows we grew up watching, man.
The Adventures of Pete and Pete not on there though. But you can get
maybe
that
it will
on
be eventually.
DVD. You
Yeah.
can get that on DVD right now.
I mean, I'd say they'll probably add more shit eventually.
But I mean,
So,
all that, like, that's
All
just
right.
a great list.
all that was awesome. It was like a sketch comedy show for kids,
Yep.
well, teens. The Angry Beavers.
That was awesome.
Are You Afraid of the Dark was one of my favorites, which is still on Amazon. Is awesome. Cat Dog. Clarissa
Yeah.
Explains It All. Hey Arnold.
Yep.
Hey Dude.
Hey, dude.
Keenan and Kel, Ren and Stimpy, Legends of the Hidden Temple. I used to
Yeah.
love that.
Yep.
Rocco's Modern Life,
Yeah.
Rugrats, Salute Your Shorts, Wild Thornberries.
Yep.
Fucking awesome, dude. And it
I mean-
almost makes me want to get cable. Almost makes me want to get
Hold
cable.
on, it comes on Nick, right?
Yeah.
You want to know something? I'll tell you something in a little bit, buddy.
What?
No, I can't tell you now. Unless you want to edit it out. I don't want to give away the big secret.
Okay,
I'm gonna
we'll
teach
talk.
you something.
Sorry, folks.
Sorry, guys. That's insider info.
You can probably Google it.
The fuck you can. I'm not telling you shit.
Okay, that still leaves plenty of fan favorite shows like The Adventures of Pete and Pete, and some more obscure Nick originals like 15 Out in the Dark, at least for now.
You know, yeah. I'll see him bringing other shit back, like
Every day from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Man, that's gonna be
wait.
awesome.
You know what show they didn't say?
What?
Doug.
Yeah,
They sold the
Doug
rights to Doug at some point,
Doug
though.
always kind of bored me.
I mean, what the
wasn't a
fucking
fan.
Mr. Finkelberg or whatever he
I
was.
wasn't a fan,
but-
man. It was
but
a boring
dude,
show.
They gave birth to the name Skeeter.
No, because I have a cousin that we've called Skeeter since the fucking 80s, so that didn't happen.
Well, shit.
What's up,
Mosquito
Skeeter?
Valentine.
Yeah.
Patty Mayonnaise. I mean, the beats were awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I
mean,
still remember that one song.
It wasn't
like,
a terrible shot. I just thought it was boring.
I need my allowance, surely you. They were a yodeling band, remember?
Yeah. So, yeah, if you have the cable and you have Nickelodeon and, you know, you're in your 30s or late 20s, you know, you got something coming on.
Mid-20s.
Mid-20s.
All right.
But yeah, dude, I was all about, like, all these shows.
Dude, that's awesome. I mean, me too. Like, to be honest, I never thought that I was going to see Hey Dude or Salute Your Shorts again.
Yeah.
Those were great shows. And I mean, if they got Legends of the Hidden Temple, I'm sure they're going to put Guts on there at some point.
Yeah, they'll probably put,
and like Double Dare. You got to put Double Dare back on there. Oh my
what
god.
would you do? I wish they put, you can't say that on television.
Was that on Nick?
Yeah. But that was like more in the 80s, so that probably won't be on there. But yeah, it's called the Splat. Starts the 5th of October and it goes every day from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Holy shit.
So that is going to be fucking awesome.
I've got something new I can watch.
That's
That's awesome. That's the best story that we've read so far because I thought it was going to be a brand new channel. Because, you know, they kept saying,
Yeah.
we're gonna make a 90s channel, a 90s channel. I was
Yeah,
like,
I've heard
"That's
that
awesome."
too. This might be just a test run to see what the interest is in it, you know. So I think it's going to be big because everybody I've heard, you know, has been like, yeah, that's going to be sweet. Like,
I mean,
pretty much
dude,
all my friends and shit are like, yeah,
I'll be
bring that on.
pumped. I will be pumped.
Like I said, if I had cable, dude, like, probably every night that'd be what my shit was on.
I know, right?
Let's see here. I don't know what this is about. Have you ever played the Mass Effect games?
I played the first one, but didn't
I haven't played
beat
any
it.
of them, but
I didn't beat it.
yeah, I haven't played any of them. I watched my brother-in-law play them back when they first came out when I was living with him and my sister. They were always cool. I just never got around to playing them. But apparently they're getting some kind of theme park attraction coming in 2016. It's gonna be a 4D thing where you fucking, it's like a simulation ride plus you wear the 3D glasses.
Oh.
And it does shit to you. Like, there was a Spider-Man one at Kings Island or something for, maybe it was Kentucky Kingdom. One of them that had a Spider-Man thing like that for a while. California's Great America and Electronic Arts are teaming up to create a new Mass Effect attraction for Great America's Action Theater. Visitors will ride in motion-based seating and wear 3D glasses as a live performer interacts with 3D visuals. This is all intended to be integrated with motion seating, high-tech sound, and other 4D effects. This is all cool and all, but could you imagine if this was a Star Wars ride, dude?
Fuck right.
God, dude.
I bet you fucking more than anything, because where that just says 3D glasses,
Yeah.
I bet you once Star Wars gets their Star Wars part land opened up, like I bet there will be something
they'll definitely have
where
something
you
like
have like
this.
a fucking oh my god, like I've never been, and like I said, I'm going. The kids will all be old enough by then by the time it's built, so they'll actually remember it,
Yeah.
which means that Cassie won't get all like you just want to go because it's Star Wars. But no, baby, I want to go
The
for
kids
the kids.
wanna go too.
Kids want to go.
Yeah, exactly.
You gonna say no
what
to the
kid
kids?
doesn't want to go to Disney World? You know?
Exactly.
Yeah, I can't
mean,
wait.
God,
I'm
dude.
definitely gonna go.
Like, I mean, but I mean, I bet like you're just like, I mean, I've been on those rides before, you know, like
Yeah,
back then they weren't really like licensed,
yeah,
you know, so like you might have one where it's like a dinosaur thing where like it's kind of like it's pseudo Jurassic Park or maybe like an alien one. But like, you know, you like kind of like rumble around, maybe like mist would get sprayed in your face or like air blow past you. I mean, that's kind of like what it is, but now I guess an actor with it too.
Yeah, plus, you know,
3D.
Dude, I don't know if like I know you've seen 3D in the movie theater, but if you've never seen 3D the way cuz the Spider-Man thing, like the 3D was so good on it that it literally, no matter where you were seating in the fucking theater, it looked like Spider-Man was right in front of you.
Yeah.
And Dr. Octopus was in it, and his fucking shit like came this close to your fucking face. Like, it ain't just like the way, it's a totally different kind of 3D.
Yeah.
I don't know how they pull
Alright.
it off, but it's completely like holographic almost. Like a fucking HoloLens and shit. So yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, Mass Effect is cool. I'm sure it'll be an awesome ride. I'm just not all that interested. But if it was Star Wars, which I'm sure they'll do something like this.
Oh yes.
I mean, it's how do you not? it's Star Wars is perfect for something like this. You know, like
Completely.
like a Millennium Falcon battle or something. You know, would be awesome.
Lightsaber battle.
It'd be hard to pull off with a bunch of people in a theater.
Fuck that. It's
Could
a
be
solo
one-on-one thing.
ride.
Yeah, you know, why not?
Yes. Or it could be like a similar thing to laser tag, where it's like people walking around, like they have a lightsaber, but all it is the hilt. So like when they swing, you know, they don't actually hit each other. But yeah, they just walk around in a dark room swinging hilts in virtual reality. I'd pay for it.
Yeah, why not? The ride will have guests traveling through space to a distant planet, facing off against formidable enemies, and ultimately saving the day. Partnering with the worldwide gaming leader like EA will enable us to build an incredible user experience for our guests. Great America. Where is that? I'm trying to remember.
Said California.
Is it California? Yeah, it is in California, I think. I've always heard it's a pretty sweet place, but I wouldn't know.
Yep, I don't see myself going to California anytime soon.
I mean, I could see myself doing it, but I don't know if I'd go to a theme park while I was there. Maybe. I don't know. I've just always heard that Florida's versions are much better. That's what I've always heard. For some reason, I don't know why they would be.
Well, I've never been to Cali, and I have been to Florida, so to me, Florida's better, I guess. So.
Well, I mean, I've heard people that have gone to both, and they're like, yeah, they're just like something about the Orlando, Florida Disney World that makes it better. Which is weird because, is it?
I think.
I thought Disneyland was the original. Either way, I don't know. I think it has something to do with, like, I think the Orlando one gets a lot more tourism.
Yeah.
You know, and most of the people that go to the one in LA are people that live around there.
Yeah.
Because Florida's a hot tourist spot, which, I mean, California is too, but Florida's more like a family-friendly tourist spot.
California's kind of like, it's the state that all the kids from the eastern part of the country go to rebel and get away from their life. And then they come back on a Greyhound bus.
They're all
going to
be coming back soon because they're going to run out of fucking water.
No, that's horrible. I shouldn't laugh at that.
Well, I mean, it's true. Or they could just go to Mars and get some water.
Yep, but
Apparently.
it's briny.
This is from Los Angeles Times. You see it there on your screen. When Ridley Scott was making The Martian, the new science-heavy film that has Matt Damon stranded on Mars, he did what few film directors ever get a chance to do. He called NASA. At the other end of the line, after a few relays, was James L. Green, the director of the space agency's suitability important sounding planetary science division. Goodness. Over several teleconferences, Green guided Scott and his team through the current scholarship, ensuring that the science for the film about Damon's astronaut botanist Mark Watney would be as correct and the designs as accurate as knowably possible. Basically, this is all about, I guess I could have showed the headline. For Matt Damon movie The Martian, lots of research and a watery coincidence. So I'm guessing in the movie, like, they find water on Mars, and now in real life we found water on Mars.
Yeah, well.
So, but apparently, like, he talked to him, so I'm guessing if you read on in the article, it might say that they said we suspect there's water on Mars.
It's a synchronicity. Yeah.
I'm actually going to try and see if we can find, because surely there's somebody out there with a conspiracy theory on this by now. All right, so let's say Matt Damon, Martian, Mars, water conspiracy. Let's see what pops up, folks.
A coincidence too good to be true.
This is The Guardian, so let's see what it is. Normally, I would be compelled to go to a less reputable site just for giggles. But Guardian could be unreputable at times. The announcement that water has been found on the red planet just happens to have... Fuck you.
God damn it.
Just happens to have emerged at the same time as the Matt Damon film with NASA branding all over it is released. Spooky or what? Could hardly have come at a more spookily appropriate time, just when film fans and the media are getting excited about the new sci-fi movie The Martian, about a troubled NASA mission to Mars, released this week in the UK and the US. Matt Damon's lovely chops and his space helmet are all over the airwaves and the billboards promoting a film with which NASA has cooperated with generous use of their branding, and now NASA itself has chosen this moment to get us all excited about some news about the red planet. Here's something before we read on to think about is this could be a conspiracy on NASA's part to be like, hold on your movie, and because we need to get people interested in the space program again so we can start doing more shit with it, because for a while it's been shut down.
Yeah.
They haven't really been doing a whole lot. So it's like, put your movie out at this time, and at the same time we'll be like, hey, we found water on Mars. So there'll be like two big Mars outer space stories going on at the same time, so people will get excited about it. Or vice versa, they're like, we need a big story about Mars to help sell this movie. So it's like, hey, you could bring out that whole water on Mars thing.
Kind of, maybe it's like,
so it's a marketing ploy.
Yeah, like, well, they're saying, like NASA was all like, hey, we found water on Mars, Ridley Scott. You want to make a movie about it? And then we'll, like, release the news the week that your movie comes out?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It'd be a marketing thing.
Yep.
They've offered an answer to David Bowie's famous question about whether there is life on Mars. Well, yes, or rather not exactly, but there is water. Water that could sustain life, possibly. NASA has now revealed that there is evidence of stain marks on Mars's canyons and crater walls, so Mars has skid marks. Water is trickling downhill before drying up in the valleys and plains. The water flows could lead NASA or another country's space agency to potential sites where life on Mars could be found. Let's see here. Is there anything... Let's see here. Pictures being back to Earth way back in the 70s showed evidence of dried up rivers once submerged. Of course, we knew there was water on Mars at one point.
There was ice on Mars.
10 years ago, Mars Global Surveyor probe sent back pictures of what may have been water bursting through a gully. And 4 years ago, the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter camera captured images of what appeared to be streaming flowing down crater walls. Now, but yeah, and that's what probably convinced them to look into it more.
Yeah.
It takes a long time to do shit on Mars because we have to do it all remotely.
No.
And those remotes don't last very long. Like, they're good for a little while, and if you want them to do shit, it takes a while to get the message there and all that stuff. So it could have taken them 4 years to figure that out. Perhaps only a cynic would say that NASA has to keep alive in all our hearts that the romance and glory of space travel to stay in tax-funded existence, and so the possibility of water on Mars is an article of faith. It's basically what I was saying about trying to get people interested so that people start spending money on them again. So yeah, let's see. Let's see if there's anything else, and we'll move on.
Ridley Scott learned about waters on Mars. Yep, that's it. That's what they're all saying.
Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, I hadn't even read any of this stuff, and I kind of came up with it.
Conspiracy theory. Ridley Scott sent a probe full of water up to Mars.
That's funny. So yeah, that's the official word. I'm gonna go with that. Ridley Scott sent water to Mars.
That's
So we have the
it.
story. So yeah,
And he said, "Watch my movie."
case closed.
That'll hold up, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
You
if
can't
I'm-
disprove that science.
I might go see it. I'll
It
probably
looks
wait for it
cool.
to come out on DVD or Blu-ray or what the fuck ever, digital.
Yeah.
Probably rent it digitally.
Michael Shannon, no, he didn't. Did he fucking really?
Michael Shannon says sometimes he just makes stuff up about Batman v Superman. Let's see what this is. Michael Shannon, of course, played Zod in Man of Steel.
That's so cool.
He's taken villainy to another level. The actor who portrayed the villainous General Zod in Man of Steel has teased a few things about the DC Extended Universe's new installment, Batman v Superman, but we should probably take all of those with an enormous helping of salt. While promoting 99 Homes, Shannon spoke with Screen Rant about the recent rumor he himself started with a statement about being on set for Batman v Superman wearing flippers on his hands. But Shannon quickly debunked the interesting news, saying, "Flippers? I thought that might be a prime example of my scatological humor. People ask me a lot about Batman v Superman, and I really don't have anything to say about it, so sometimes I just make stuff up. Which I'm sure Warner Bros. Is really happy about." Is he making stuff up about making stuff up to throw us off of the flipper scent, or do you think Shannon does truly make things up while talking about Batman v Superman?
That's awesome.
I mean, it's possible. He seems like the type of guy that would do something like that.
Yeah.
He's a funny dude. But I don't know. The tweet that he put out about trying to take a piss with flippers on his hands, it just kind of seemed like, why? Because nobody was asking him about it. Like,
Yeah.
nobody was like, "Hey, dude, what's up with Batman v Superman? We
Right.
heard you were there on set." No, he was just like, it was a tweet. He was like, "Man, it was hard to fucking take a piss with these flippers on my hands," or something. I don't remember what the fucking tweet was. But yes, and it's like, nobody asked. So why would you just come out and do that, you know? So
With
I still
flippers
think
on
he's
his
going to be
hands.
Doomsday. I think he's trying to throw people off the scent. I mean, that's
He
it.
better kill Superman if he's Doomsday.
Yeah, I mean, well, they won't do that. It's the fucking second movie. They're
No, you
going
have to
into
kill
Justice
him.
League.
You kill him and then you bring him back, so people
Well,
are
yeah.
like, "Oh, he is a god."
Yeah, I guess. If they follow that whole storyline.
Yeah.
But I mean, it could be as fucking simple as how they barely followed the Bane storyline in Dark Knight Rises, or
Right.
God forbid, the Bane storyline in Batman and Robin.
That was a good one.
Ugh. He was a big
He
dumb
got the
idiot.
venom.
Yeah, but he was a big dumb idiot. Let's see here. So yeah, Michael Shannon might be just making shit up. But, you know, if he is, that's awesome, because then, you know, shit you thought was spoiled wasn't actually spoiled. So you go into it surprised. But I think he's just covering his ass. He probably got in trouble by probably Zack Snyder probably bitch slapped him or something.
What are you doing? I'm just making shit up, man.
Yeah. Like, no, you weren't. That was actually happening.
They
don't know that.
They'll believe it.
Oh, Gotham, Season 2. Learns from its mistakes and successes of first season. I actually just started rewatching Gotham.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. I'm still, like, weird about, like, okay, like, Batman's villains are supposed to be,
Yeah.
like, there because, well,
Because Batman's there.
yeah, but that's not
all it-
necessarily, but that's just
Yeah.
kind of like the underlying tone. Like, would
like-
we have these villains if we didn't have Batman?
It's like what came first, the chicken or the egg?
Kinda, yeah. But it's like, so, you know, they're taking, like, supposedly the Joker. We're still not sure if that kid is actually the Joker or not. He acts a lot like him, but... So you got Poison Ivy as a kid, you got Catwoman as a kid, and it's like, it's cute, it's cool.
But are they like, do they act like they're, like, evil?
No, well, the Joker one definitely does. The kid that's supposedly going to be the Joker, he's definitely evil. But Poison Ivy's just a fucking normal little redheaded kid that's kind of neglected, kind of from a broken home. Catwoman's lives on the street, shit. So, I mean, it's cool, but it's just like, you know, like I said, the whole thing about the Batman villains was, you know, like, Batman started to take care of organized crime.
Yeah.
And then, like, these fucked up mental cases saw, like, this guy running around in a costume, and we're like, hey, we should be doing that. You know, but on the opposite end of the spectrum, and then that's where they came from.
Yeah.
you know, and so this show just completely shits all over that, which again is, you know, whatever, but it's I don't know, and I feel like I don't know if I want them to actually get to the point of Bruce Wayne being Batman.
Well, I mean, he's a kid.
He's a kid, but they could, you know, skip, you know, like they could skip years between seasons, you know.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling that's where they're going with it, because eventually it was going to be all focused on the cops and shit like that, and the detectives. But I think when they got into the thick of it, they're like, hold up, people really want to see Batman.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we got to fucking get to Batman eventually. So if the series just ends after like 8-10 seasons or something with him becoming Batman, I would be cool with that. Like the very last 2 episodes or something, he becomes Batman would be awesome. But I mean, you don't fucking need it. They've done a good enough job without it so far. The second season of Gotham is underway, and the show has found new life with a faster pace, more character work, and a focus on longer story arcs that play with the serialized nature of the show. Both cast and crew have been quick to point out the latter, as they think it has improved the show.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any of the new season yet.
I haven't seen any of it.
You haven't seen Gotham?
Not
It's
yet.
awesome.
It's on
dude.
Netflix. I can watch it.
I'll say this much: the first 3 episodes were kind of bland, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But after that, it gets really good, especially in the middle part of the season. The only thing I don't like about the show is fucking Jada Smith's character. She's totally superfluous. You don't need that fucking character.
Yeah.
It was just. I was thinking about this the other day. I think the reason that Jada Smith has a job on that show is because I'm speculating this, but this is just what I think. I think originally
I know where you're going.
they were going to have her be Catwoman. I think originally she was going to be Catwoman in the whole, because the whole concept and the whole plot and the whole story of this show has changed a couple times before it got to what it is now. I think that they were going to have her be like an adult Catwoman in this universe or something similar, maybe Catwoman's mom or something, and they ended up going with a different kind of character for Catwoman. She's younger, of course, and shit.
Yeah.
Because the way she plays the character, like, is very much like Catwoman from the 60s. Like, it's that stereotypical, overacting female villain voice, you know, darling. So like that. Detective Gordon, you know, like the really long, drawn out fucking, like the like a person who doesn't know how to be evil's opinion of what evil would sound like.
Yeah,
you know, just very comic booky and very 60s, and,
right?
Which it worked, you know, in the 60s, but you know now it kind of makes you look silly.
It's retro.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem to fit with the rest of the show.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I haven't seen all of the first season. I've only seen like up until, I mean, there's 18 episodes. I think I've only seen up till 16.
There's 18 episodes.
I think so.
Wow.
I know I haven't seen the last 2 episodes. She might not make it. I don't know if she does or not. But I'm not a fan of her, and they could have found a better role, or at least told her not to fucking act it that way.
Yeah.
Because it's just so corny. Like, and again, it's a character that doesn't exist in the regular Batman universe, and it's like, why even bother?
Right.
Like, there's other characters she could have played, you know, other villains she could have played. But overall, it's a fun show. It's awesome. The tone's really cool. The scenery's really cool.
Yeah.
You know, it's Gotham. You know, Gotham's always been all about the art and the darkness of it. After the season premiere that established the new status quo, we talked with Heller about the new tone of the show and the challenges, good and bad, of working with the huge and very DC Comics mythology. Oh yeah, they're bringing in the Court of Owls, which is a story from the comic books that's going on right now.
Yeah.
Well, it went on a while back when they first rebooted, which was awesome. It was a new villain for Batman, and basically the Court of Owls is like the Illuminati or something, but they just pretty much run Gotham from the underground and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Well, we covered quite a bit of shit today.
Yeah.
Got some got some good news in there with the Nickelodeon Splat starting on the 5th. We talked about some Star Wars, some Batman, fucking Ghostbusters.
Oh, hey guys, be on the lookout for a trailer coming in the middle of October, possibly the 16th, for Star Wars.
Another trailer.
They've just been saying that they're going to release the actual trailer in the fall.
With 2 seconds of new footage.
Oh, fuck that. That would be like 2 minutes of new footage.
You think so?
Yeah.
Think they're going to go all out with it?
Well, what I hope they don't do is like give away the plot, which I really don't think that they would. But a lot of trailers do that.
But
They
you've
show,
already
like,
given away the plot.
Yeah, but
That was your job, and you did it.
oh shit! Damn it, Disney! You let me ruin it.
But yeah, so I guess that's all we got for this week, folks. Thanks for listening. Thanks for going on the journey with us and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Fucking, I had something I was gonna say, and I completely forgot it. So, I guess all I can say really is watch out for the potholes. Peace.